get started with mowing. So we'll stick that on this side. Oh, there we go. Ooh, not quite wide enough. But good. So yeah, I need to hear about the status of the precision farming patch. What I might do is just wait until Farming Agency release their version of this map with a soil map for precision farming, and we'll add precision farming either to that map or this map at that point. No, back up. We need to get that thing clear. So I can pull this forwards. I didn't realise that grass opening was actually wide enough to get the header through. Again, the advantages of a small harvester in this case. We should be all set to just go. So, change of start point. We're all good. I'm looking at the time. We're probably not going to get this field done. I'll try and get probably. Yeah, I'll try and get the headlands done. Probably do 3 again. Because that does make for a good clearance at the edge of the fields. Again, this field's not particularly tight when it comes to doing the rows. Because the main road entrance up at the top there has a huge area of scrubland. And down the bottom here, there's a good clearance from the edge of the field to the stone wall. But because it's a stone wall, we will not be able to drive through it. Oh. I forgot that. Let's pour a drink. So there we go. This is the top end of the field, which is the end we normally come through. We have to wind our way up that lane, which is annoying at best. The sugar beets are looking good. They should be ready. Maybe tomorrow game day. Potentially sunflowers too. Look at that. So this is our canola field that's ready to go. Sugar beets tomorrow, probably. Gonna guess the sunflowers aren't going to be ready till mid-fall. I think that's when it's due to rain, so sunflowers are going to get wet and we're going to have to delay cutting those again. How are we doing? We are nearly full. Dang. So that's our first headland. Back it out this way and we will go around the other way. So we're not going to make this a full circuit. 72. I'm guessing 2 full tanks to do 3 headlands. Oh, that's a big patch of nothing. That's a big patch of ground that we don't have to fertilise 3 times next year. Anyway, need to get this done. Keep turning. There we go. But this is not going to be a very full field when it comes to crop. There's something to be said for turning this into a grass field too. So if we go grass on this field, we've got the pasture to our right, and then the cow pasture, or the pasture at the back of the cow barn as well. We've got the other one to our right. And it's all kind of convenient to the... It's all convenient to the yard.
Yeah.
But we can then consolidate our biggest fields as arable. So this one's fairly big. This one used to be our biggest. This one is now our biggest. We got this one as well. This we're going to grass over, take out the gate and the wall and let the sheep roam in this field as well. So we're going to lose this as a grass field. I'm going to plant this as grass and cut it. As I said, we've got the one behind the cow barn, which is this one here. We've got this one as well. We could buy that one. That's fairly cheap. 126,000, fairly cheap, yeah, as they say. But having this as a grass field as well would just let us go around all these fields. There's a ton of grass here. This one's a little bit of a journey, but we can do that one. 3 is a grass field. I could convert that to arable, but I'm not so inclined to. But having this and this, this and this as arable fields, and a big harvester.
You got the cheese sauce. Bailey. Yes. Marky's your turn.
So yeah, just consolidating on the larger fields as arable means that we can justify a bigger harvester eventually and not have to worry so much about it's difficult to get a big harvester in this field. If it's grass, then I don't care. Or should I say, if it's a grass field, I don't care how big the harvester is, because the harvester won't be coming up this way. And this is the only field that we have to come this way to run a harvester over. Maybe I don't want to do that. Maybe, you know, grass is the best bet up here. The field's quite steep. We are leaning at a fair angle here. Tiny patch of dead crop there. I think they're both the patches we lost a drought rather than germination issues, and yeah, you can't control that. Okay, that's the second headland, so one more. This will probably fill up the harvester, 40%. I'm guessing we're going to get back to the entrance and it's going to be full, because every time we go round the circuit gets shorter. And once we're done, there's not going to be much in the middle, as I said. Yeah. Probably lucky to get 2 cartloads from this, which is one of the reasons why I'm thinking maybe grass is the thing to do here. Okay. And 56% done. Or 56% full, should I say. But it's also, this is 86, 86, 7. The grain cart's about 2.5 harvester loads. So maybe I do start a cut through at the end of this. We'll do an unload. And then run the grain cart through the middle. Run empty into the grain cart. Then we'll see how much of this field we actually get done. Okay, so the end of that row. And yeah. This is also quite a steep field. This is not a particularly high horsepower harvester. I think it's high enough that we can definitely work the field, but it's stopping and starting on the hill can be a challenge sometimes. Okay, so here we are. Oh, we're not quite. Are we going to make it? Are we going to make it? 97, 98, 99. Oh, didn't quite make it.
Did my best.
You did good. It's fine.
Okay.
I don't know, sometimes I find myself, yeah, do I want to keep this tractor or not? But there's other times doing jobs like this, it's a really nice tractor. For this.
Let's watch the Mickey Mouse. Yeah.
And
Watch it.
so I'll pull the tractor off to the side and then we can start on the main part of the field.
No.
That's where it looks most crazy.
Right here.
Yeah, that looks good. Now you got the back here.
Right
Come on.
here.
So it should be about 17.2 is
The girls will change it to you.
completely empty.
We don't care. We want them here.
There we
Don't
go.
watch that anymore.
We want to watch that Christmas. That Christmas.
Oh, let's get this guy started on the
Christmas show.
thing.
Yeah.
Unfold.
Okay. Look at my bean. They keep doing that. I don't know why.
Let's put it in.
Okay.
Let me see.
I will
I might not need anymore.
turn,
It's not
lower the
bleeding.
pickup,
So you
turn
don't-
that on, and F.
Maybe we will.
Okay, what's the best way to do this? I think I should pull up the map.
We don't reading.
Yeah, it is what it is. I think we go down to the end here. Okay, let's fold that in, turn it on, and go.
There, let's try that. See if that.
Alrighty. We'll pull over here and I'll try and make it about 0 degrees on the cut through. Wherever we end up here, we're going for about 0. Don't know. There we go. Okay, so directly this way. It's not the direction we planted, but it's...
We picked this here, but said we have to tell you.
we're
Find
actually-
him a Christmas show with Santa Claus. That's what he wants to watch.
Actually travelling at 1.2 degrees, but what's a degree in this size of field? Okay. Probably challenging the challenger's turn capabilities, at least for the first 2 pass-throughs. Okay, that's done. And then the reason we got weeds in the dead patch is because it's a dead patch. We couldn't actually spray, or it wouldn't accept the herbicide in that section because you can only spray once per growth stage and there was nothing growing. So as soon as we put down fertilizer in the rest of the field, it blocked the herbicide from that patch, and same with the other patch at the bottom. So this field did get full fertilization or full weed killer application, but it doesn't take effect in the parts where the field's not growing. Look, there's no trees in the middle of the field, so it's not so bad now. Okay, where's our patch over there?
Can I have a banana? Okay.
So this is actually, this looks like a good point where we cut in, because there's not much on the right here.
Don't know.
Anyway, we'll get all this done. Whoops, I should stop when I do that, because we're just dragging straw all over the place that the baler will never pick up.
Mommy, why does Marky always get what he wants when he whines?
But a lot of times, when you other kids, hey, Kate told me that you got the big two already, and it was my turn. That's why.
Oh yeah, that's always fun. This map, it's a thing that you kind of get used to. I think Oxygen David is now at the point, Marwell Manor, he did, the power lines were solid. But on this map, I think because it came from Farm Sim 17, and he did the same there, there are, oops, not him. There's power poles in this field. There's power lines all along the edge of this field. There's power lines across these two fields. And I'm fairly certain that the power lines inside of the field boundaries are there to look pretty. They're not there to crash into. But there are a lot of obstacles on this map which aren't. So on this map it's more a case of when I'm driving down the streets, which power line or power poles am I going to crash into and which ones am I going to be able to drive through. Even some of the street signs. And that's actually one of the annoying things is on... Oh, let's pull the map up properly. On this corner here, the street signs are solid, so you can actually run into them. Whereas this corner here, the street signs on this inside, where I'm coming down here and turning this way, that street sign's fake. The one on the other side, I'm not sure. The one on this side of the road, definitely not fake. You crash into it. So that's... For a recent Oxygen David map, I think that's the biggest challenge. Not when you're driving through a field, but when you're driving down the streets. It'd be interesting to see what what's his new maps? Chellington Valley and Calmsden are going to be like, because he's saying Calmsden is going to be a realistic map. So I do wonder whether he's actually going to put the poles in the fields and give your workers problems. Now, poles in the fields aren't a problem if you use courseplay. If you don't and you just use standard workers, they are as frustrating as all get out. So I kind of appreciate the fact that he doesn't make the poles in the fields a physical obstacle.
Santa Claus is on Bailey. Okay, she'll be in a minute. You go watch him.
How are we doing? 87%.
I'm talking to you.
But, and sometimes I'll just go with the I'll treat them as there, but I'll appreciate the fact that my workers don't get messed up by them. Even so, I mean, even given that his power poles aren't
I
real.
showed you my
His trees in the
beans.
middle of the field are, and so that still causes workers problems.
Look at my beans, it's still doing it, see?
Alright, well, it's alright.
I'm kind of happy
Okay.
to be turning this into a sheep pasture and not having to mow it anymore because of that tree.
Right there.
I don't have to worry about that anymore. Or I won't have to worry about that anymore. So, that's a thing.
There's still some blood on it. Only a little bit.
Okay,
It starts bleeding a lot.
finish off this part.
Okay.
And then empty the harvester. I'm guessing.
It's not the right one.
Well, it's hard to say. I mean, the harvester is. We'll probably empty half of it. So we have half the capacity left, and I'm just going to keep harvesting this field. I'm not going to bother running down to the yard and emptying the trailer yet. Okay, lift that up.
What are you doing?
We'll drive over here, and we will duck. Empty that in there, like that. And we are, oh, we got more than 50%. That's nice. So we've got 55% of the grain tank to do the rest of this field, and I don't think that's going to be a problem.
Yeah, Mommy. We found some clothes.
I need the map up so I can
Okay,
see
we found some
angles.
clothes.
Oh, you found Old Maid.
60. There we go.
That was
And
fun a CV.
drive.
See where?
Yeah.
Oh, this is good.
And that's that. Actually,
Oh, Old Maid.
I'm going to keep that open for a bit so I can keep an eye on the compass heading.
We found some more.
See if you can find more.
We
Yeah,
did.
this is
You did?
Yeah.
Okay, where
this is almost nothing left. And we're back to our 1 degree off north again.
Can I put this in the machine?
Done.
I don't have any.
Oh,
All those others are really, really big ones. Takes a
Paper.
long time.
Found some paper too.
Paper too.
This was fun too.
Oh, thank you. What else do you find?
This.
that's not bad. Well,
The normal.
okay, we can shut the map down.
Well, this is pretty good.
Found much in
I guess that's not such a good guess. It's one of the reasons why you can, yeah, it does
We
work
go get a
to
box.
Yeah, good.
install
Ringing.
GPS on the harvester is
So
so
what
that
kind of CV?
you don't end up with that stupid strip on the right
Why don't
that's
you better go watch
way
TV.
smaller than the
You don't want to. You want to play
width of the
that
header.
game.
Alright, then Kate said I'll change it then.
What?
And done.
Change the channel then.
Okay, we know here.
Hey, you can change it if you